Okay, so hi, welcome in. My name's Jodi Teresa, and I have Lily here, and we're recording a session. I'm a little nervous. Feels a little bit vulnerable to put this out there, but it also feels right. So, how a session will look is I will ask Lily what she wants to work on to shift energetically. Whew, I'm nervous. And I I will feel into the issue. And for me, it feels like a heavy weight when there is energy stuck. And then I'll check in different areas. And it's like muscle testing. Have you ever had muscle testing done, Lily?
No.
Okay. So sometimes they do it at chiropractors or acupuncturists where they have you hold out your arm and they'll ask you a question like, is your name Lily? And a no would be, it would go down. For me, is my name Jodi? And your body, it's like your body's intelligence responding.
Okay.
Um, and a yes would be a firm.
Hmm.
So for me, I can feel where there's drops. So I'm kind of the muscle tester.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, it just channels through the information. It doesn't always make sense to me, but I just follow it. And then I'll check in with you throughout to see if anything's coming up for you or how you're feeling. Sometimes there's information that you share with me that's helpful in the session also.
Perfect. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So, what do you want to work on? And I'll take notes whenever you're telling me what you want to work on.
So I feel like the biggest things that come up for me is releasing like heavy energy that I've taken on from others, not only in this past year, but throughout my lifetime, really.
Okay.
I'm also working on releasing like habitual patterning of like using substances, specifically marijuana. And I'm going through like a release of that right now. And yeah, wanting a little help fully releasing that and feeling grounded and okay in myself. Yeah, and any other blockages of like self doubt and like insecurity, I feel like comes up. But yeah, I would say those are the main things that come to my mind and heart.
Okay.
And then I'll voice anything that comes up too while we're working through it.
Okay. Perfect.
Mhm.
And when I'm in the space of doing the energy work, I close my eyes and sometimes I'm like clicking my fingers together. That just is like this. I don't know. It helps me.
Mhm.
Um, so at the beginning too, I start with a basic clearing for all my clients. So we'll do check your chakras and your astral bodies, and then detox and a few other things. So I'll go through those quickly. So let's check Lily. And I like to call in the highest divine guidance from Lily's higher self, my higher self, and for this session to be rooted in light and growth and yeah, a circle of light surrounding us for the highest outcome for all involved. So Lily, astral 1 through 8. Oh, amazing. Most people are like very heavy in that area, but yours are really light. So that means you're just doing well with your astral bodies. Um, chakras 1 through 8, those are a little heavy, but not horrible. So we'll check the first chakra. First chakra. Okay, so I'm going to check, is it God, self, other? It's self. Is it present life, past life? So it's a past life issue in the first chakra. Um, is this mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical? It's psychic and physical. I'm hearing safety, security, So, and I can sometimes ask for a, like, what is the past life? So let's do that. What is this past life? I'm seeing like scarcity of resources, um, not feeling secure in a home environment or safe. So we're going to release that. And this didn't feel incredibly heavy. So it's probably just like a small, minor lifetime that's hooking in. So release, forgive, forget, cut those cords, contracts, agreements. Okay. And then we'll check back to the first chakra. That feels a lot lighter. First chakra. I'm also getting a different aspect that is other, and is I'm hearing ancestors. Is it the mother's side, father's side? It's the father of similar patterns of scarcity, security. Okay, so, and I get the image a lot with ancestors as that, genetic coding memory, and it's just within us that we hold on to unconsciously. So when we can bring the awareness to it, shift it, release it, we're thanking the ancestors, thank you, but we don't need that in this current lifetime for that energy to hook in. Okay. So first chakra, I'm feeling what is anything coming up for you, Lily?
I feel a little bit of like tightness in my pelvis actually,
Okay.
like almost like a restriction.
Okay. So let's just check into that first chakra restriction. And I get a drop on that. So what is this restriction? Is this God, self, other? Self. Is this mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical? So I'm getting emotional. Restricting emotions. I get a drop on that. So that's a yes. I'm also feeling this in the heart. So this is entangled in like the heart space, the emotional heart space with the first chakra. Um, is this cellular memories? Yes. From 0 to 3, 3 to 6. I get from three to six.
Mm.
Um, so restricting emotions from 3 to 6. Is this connected to a parental figure? I get a drop on that, so it's a yes. Is it mother, father? I get father. Okay. A pattern of restricting emotions with the father. Is this also the ancestral line? Yes. Is this present in the mother's ancestral line? I don't get a drop there. So it's the father and the ancestral line of the father. We're going to forgive, forget, release. Release the cellular memories from 3 to 6. A lot of times, so the guidance coming through right now is to sit with your inner child in this moment from 3 to 6, where there was a restriction of emotions and expression and not feeling safe in doing so, rooted in your physical safety, like in your body, you didn't feel safe to do that, was the trigger and reaction. And so to sit with your inner child, and it's almost like this time traveling healing, because you're telling your inner child it's okay, it's safe, and now we get to move forward in that expression, because no matter what you have, your your safety first and foremost, as the higher self guiding you in this time right now. Okay, I'm going to release those quantum memories in the heart connected to this restriction of emotion and expression of emotion. There's a lot of sadness, grief, fear, despair. Okay, that's getting lighter. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I
Okay.
had an image. I don't know if it's means anything, but it almost looked like a house, but it was just like square, and then there was a door in the middle with like a large keyhole on the door. So
Oh,
I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting.
yeah. I a lot of clients do get images and I'm like, "Yes, tell me." Because it's your subconscious communicating with you. Like, what
Yeah,
is that? What's the message for you with that? And I can feel in too. So,
yeah.
does anything come up for you when you received that?
The only thing I could relate it to was that like the key to releasing these like childhood memories. I don't know, I kind of like related it, even though it didn't look like my childhood home, it was kind of just like a square with like a door. It kind of felt like going into like my childhood home and like releasing what it was like I experienced there.
Mm-hmm. And I love that it was a big key.
Yeah, it was huge. It like took up almost the whole door.
Ooh, that's an
Yeah.
image too. Like this is a big release,
Yeah.
you know? How did that feel to sitting with your inner child? I know it was quick, but
Yeah. It feels good. It feels like, yeah, she's here with me and I feel like her protector and like reminding her that like it's okay and yeah, that she's allowed to feel through whatever emotions come up. Been doing a lot of inner child work these past few years, so
good.
definitely familiar
Good.
with her.
Mhm. Okay, so wonderful. So first chakra, it's feeling a lot better, but there's still something in the heart here. So is this God, self, other? It's other. Is this the mother, father, father? Is this the father's energy hooking into Lily or Lily to father? It's the father to you, your father to you. Um, is this mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical? I get psychic. Um, is he thinking about you or okay. I get like a little bit of thinking about you, worried a little bit. Um, are these current life, past life, other lifetimes, ancestrally? I get a drop on all of those. So there's current life energies, past life, other lifetimes, parallel lifetimes, and ancestral patterns here. Okay. What is this energy psychically? Fear. I'm getting a projection of fear because you are living your life more authentically and it scares him for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's very true.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
for telling me because sometimes it doesn't make sense to me.
Mhm.
Okay. And so these are triggers in him where he's been rejected. Yes. Where he's been rejected for following a similar path that you're doing. Okay. So we're going to clear, release, cut those cords. And with this type of energy, we want the psychic perceptions that you're receiving to come in and out. So it's not getting stuck within your energy body. Oh, I'm feeling like, and I didn't say this either, but I will feel physiologically sensations in this session, and it's connected to the client. And I'm feeling this achiness in the neck and shoulders. Is this restriction of authenticity? Heavy burden of weight, like weight of the walking in truth? Okay. And then with this, his ancestral line being an aspect of like a witch hunt. So when the truth was expressed, followed, there was this ostracized pattern of being ostracized, rejected, silenced, even killed, I'm hearing, in past lifetimes with ancestors, and that genetic memory being present now. So we're going to release, forgive, forget, cut those cords. Thank you, ancestors. We don't need that energy currently in this lifetime. So when the energy is hooked, it's like that energy is hooked within us, and we're, just attracting that energy in unconsciously. So let's check the energy of your fathers. Looking into you. Feels a lot lighter. Past lifetime connections with this, like witch hunt energy and fear of authentic expression. Other lifetime, clear. Other lifetimes. Okay, so this is all connected to the root chakra. Okay, it's feeling a lot lighter. How are you feeling?
I feel good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, root chakra, second chakra. There's a small drop here. So, is this God, self, other, itself? Is it mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical? I get psychological. I'm hearing overguarding and overprotecting of energy, of your energy. Um, I'm hearing like your sacred creation, creativity energy, like how you express that divine feminine energy. So overguarding, overprotecting. Is this in this current lifetime? Yes. Is this other lifetimes? Like a little bit on other lifetimes, past lifetime, other lifetimes, but mainly in this lifetime. Is this cellular memories? Yes. Is this from 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9? I'm getting 6 to 9. Is this with the mother, father, with your father? Which makes sense for where we've, you know, journeyed here. So I overguarding, overprotecting because made to be felt wrong, weird. I get a drop on both of those. Different, not safe. So all of those. So this like connected to this witch wound again from other lifetimes with ancestral patterning. Release, forgive, forget. Overguarding, release that. Overprotecting psychologically. Okay. So first chakra, second chakra. Okay, that's feeling lighter. How's that feeling for you?
Good. Yeah, I'm breathing in to the spaces as you're going through them. And it's interesting. I'm like listening to my own inner intuition and voice when you're listing through these options. And like 80% of the time, mine's like the same answer as yours.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes if you get something else, just tell me, because there can be, like my teachers explained this when she studied with others, that some people get a different route, but they still get to the
Mhm.
same point. So
Yeah.
really
You were
interesting.
listing for the sacral when you were saying like emotional, physical, psychological. I had emotional have like a kind of ring to it.
Okay.
I think psychological, I'm sure, as well. So yeah, it's just cool to test my intuition out too while you're going through this. And mhm.
Mm-hmm. Well, and actually I was still feeling a little bit, so it probably is the emotion. So thank you for saying that. So first chakra, second chakra, emotions. So I'm hearing sadness, grief, despair. So quantum memories around self-abandonment due to this witch wound. So first chakra, second chakra. Okay, so I'm seeing like a purging of the emotions in the heart space, kind of like this black sludge coming out. Um, Also hearing to like seed in, it's safe to express emotions and creativity, divine feminine energy, how you feel guided to do so. Okay, second chakra. All right, third chakra. Your third chakra feels pretty good. A little something in the heart here. So is this God, self, other, it's self, mental, emotional, getting a little bit on emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. I get psychic and emotional. So with that, in this third chakra, solar life force, it's this, is it the emotions of others? So being, I just heard hyper aware of the emotions of others. And these can be like survival mechanisms. So we want this psychic energy and this pattern, this psychic energy to come in and out and releasing this pattern. I want to look at in the mind, heart, spirit. So it is a heavy pattern within the mind, heart, and spirit to feel safe in the world. Releasing this pattern in the mind, conscious, subconscious, subterranean. Heart, spirit. I'm feeling this like fear and like headache energy of like your in spiritual sense. Your spirit is like, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, I don't know if I can trust letting this go. So we are going to clear any and all quantum memories connected to this pattern of psychically picking up emotions of others, current life, past lifetimes, other lifetimes, future lifetimes. And this fear in the heart, releasing fear, releasing anxiety, the belief that you need to be in this pattern to be safe. I'm hearing caretaking others to be safe. Okay. Is this an ancestral pattern also? No. A little bit on the father's ancestors. We'll clear that. Okay, so third chakra. That's feeling a lot lighter. How is that feeling for you?
It feels good. Yeah, I don't feel any sort of like tightness or sensation there. It feels just like calm.
Okay, good,
Mhm.
good. Okay, so heart chakra. The heart chakra is feeling pretty good too. So heart chakra, God, self, other. Sometimes it's easy for me to shift quickly, and since the lower chakras are heavy here, it can affect the higher um with that clearing. So heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, crown chakra. Okay, we're gonna do the detox protocol. Okay, and that was also easy to do. And you're a high vibrational person, and a lot of times that helps you move anything quickly and anyways in regards to toxins.
Mm.
Okay, and then okay, and I'm just checking on energy, and there's a drop on energy. So your energy, God, self, other. It's other. So is this family members, partner? It's family members like hooking into your energy. Is this mother, father? It's father again. So we want father energy go in, out, release. Okay, so energy, and that shifted quickly. Um, okay, so that is the general clearing. So releasing heavy energy. That's interesting. That was the first thing we wrote down. Um, so let's just check that. Releasing. And I feel like that's what we did a lot with the first chakras, releasing heavy energy. So I get a drop on not releasing the heavy energy. So you feel comfortable in releasing the heavy energy, but there's this aspect of you that wants to hold on to it, the opposite, the not releasing it. At why is this? This is God, self, other, self, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. It's this psychic perception of this awareness of kind of like being like, well, I need to be aware of this type of energy so it doesn't happen again type of energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it actually does. Hmm.
Okay. So not releasing heavy energy psychically, holding on to it out of fear that it'll happen again. So that hook is causing it to stay, which is counterintuitive. So we want to release this psychic hold. Forgive, forget. And I'm hearing it's a pattern in the ego, mind, heart, spirit. Okay, releasing heavy energy. Now there's a little drop there, so releasing heavy energy. forgive, forget. Heavy energy held in the cellular memories, psychically, past lifetimes, other lifetimes, future lifetimes. Hmm. So I'm hearing to reword this a little bit, like releasing heavy energy, let's say releasing stuck energy. And then I get a big drop on that. So what? Releasing stuck energy. Disharmonic energy. This can be, is this God, self, other? So other, is this relationships? Is it family, partner, friendships? I'm getting friendships. Feeling guilty. I get a drop on that. Guilty for putting your needs first. So I feel a headache with this too. So there's a lot of like, I'm getting mental anxiety and like clouded energy, kind of like feeling a little bit dizzy almost, like it's really overwhelming. So okay, releasing heavy energy with relationships, feeling responsible, overwhelmed, mentally clouded. Release, forgive, forget. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Is this past life patterning? Yes. So past lifetimes where there's this codependency of putting others first. Okay. Past lifetime, forgive, forget. Current lifetime, releasing stuck energy in relationships. Allowing that energy to move in and out, not get stuck. No responsibility, because you're only responsible for yourself, really. Okay. Releasing heavy energy, releasing stuck energy in relationships, friendships, feeling responsible for others. Okay, that's all feeling a lot lighter. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I definitely resonate with a lot of what you're saying. And like, it's interesting too, because I've gone through some of these like practices recently with my therapist. And one of them was actually holding the weight of others' happiness. And like, she had a pillow in my arms, and like, even though it's like a light pillow, like energetically, it felt like a heavy weight. And then like she had me like practice like giving that weight to those people to like have them hold their own happiness. And like, so I related that to like holding on to this like heavy energy. And like we worked through trying to like cut certain cords and like let it go. And I noticed in myself that even after doing that, there was a part of me that was still holding on to like wanting to like help or fix or like bring happiness to these people that I care about. And so, yeah, I related it to that when you were bringing that up. And yeah. And I also felt when right before you said you were kind of feeling like headache energy, I did feel not necessarily a headache, but this sensation kind of like in my frontal forehead here, kind of like a cloudiness energy, almost headache like, but not exactly like a headache. Um, So yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yay. Thank you for sharing. I actually, as you were talking, I'm still getting this here. And I was getting with the past life, I'm getting a different image where, oh, I just got, as you call it, the truth bumps, not goosebumps. um, a lot of times we have past lifetimes where we've done the opposite, and I'm getting full body chills. So, uh, past lifetimes where you have been completely neglectful, and that feels like a heavy drop of other people and their emotions and their well-being, or these family members, friends. Yes, family members and friends. And uh and this is so common for everybody, right? We've all had many lifetimes and experienced many different things. And a lot of times when we personally feel guided to be light workers, we've had lifetimes in the past with that are like the opposite. Um, so you, on a soul level, because I was also getting an element of karma, like forgive, forget, I owe you, you owe me, I owe you, mostly is the heaviest. Um, so this like on a soul level, you're like, well, I have to make this up, but that hook energetically is what's causing the pattern to repeat. So we're gonna cut those cords to any past lifetimes of control, manipulation, emotional neglect, um, any like using manipulative energy is what I'm getting mostly, and forgive, forget, release. Burn those contracts, those cords. Releasing any grief, despair, sadness on in the quantum heart of these cellular memories. And this was definitely connected to that and energy in the mind. Is this like the mental energy on a soul level? Releasing these patterns, beliefs of needing to be a certain way. To I'm hearing like have redemption in this lifetime. I'm hearing like just being in right relationship with a adequate amount of attention and care without overgiving is perfect. So just to really allow yourself to be that. Okay. So releasing stuck energy in relationships, friendships, past lifetimes, other lifetimes. Okay, that's feeling a lot lighter. My head feels clear. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
You feel good too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so releasing habitual substance use. Marijuana is what we have next. Releasing habitual substance use. So that feels heavy. Is this God, self, other, other? Um, is this ancestral pattern? Yes. Is it on the mother side? Father. I'm getting your mother and ancestors. Um, is it a I'm getting it's a like kind of like time to check out a little bit, overwhelm, avoidance of maybe what's present that they don't want to feel. So that all feels heavy. So release this patterning in the genetics and cellular level with the ancestors. Forgive, forget. Cute. Okay. Was it marijuana with your ancestors? Alcohol? I get more alcohol, so releasing that alcoholic, but it's showing up for Lily as marijuana. Yes. So release the marijuana dependency, habitual use. Using marijuana for sleep. I get a drop on that. Release that. I'm hearing like nervous system programming too of sleep, relaxation. I don't get anxiety. Nope. I get overwhelmed and like I'm mellowing out. Okay. So releasing habitual substance use, marijuana. Okay, that feels a lot lighter also. Like it wasn't really heavy. Some things are heavier than others to shift. How is it feeling for you?
Yeah, it's feeling good. I feel like I've gone through the heaviest part of the release of it, and it kind of happened pretty naturally this past couple weeks. Um, I did use it 2 nights ago, but I used it more intentionally to drop in and like move into my body and dance, and it felt good. And yeah, I just really want to have a more respectful relationship with the plant and to not abuse it or overuse it.
Perfect. That intention is everything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, literally. Okay, I'm just gonna check where we're at on the time because okay, perfect. I have to use the restroom really quickly, so
Okay.
okay. Are we recording?
I think so.
Yeah, it said
In the
recording. Oh
beginning,
yes, it is.
in the beginning it
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's
Oh.
okay. Do your thing.
Okay. Like I can edit that out.
Okay.
Okay. So next I have grounded and okay in self. So feeling grounded in yourself. So there is it's not like a very heavy, it's a little bit. Um, is this God, self, other? I'm getting other. Is this getting like a collective energy? Um, oh, okay. So I'm hearing the self-doubt viral programming of our society that is projected into the collective consciousness. So, and that hooking in. So feeling grounded in self, this viral programming of it's not safe to trust yourself. How can you trust yourself? You know, there's so many mixed messages in our society of like, do what's best for you. And then the next contradicting that. So spiral programming, we're going to release, unhook, forgive, forget. It's not safe to be grounded in yourself, not safe to trust yourself. We want this energy of the other to come in and out psychically. And then I'm going to check for you the belief it's safe to be grounded in yourself. There's like the lightest little flutter there of energy stuck, so okay. God, self, other. Okay. Oh, now let's add that in. It's okay to be yourself. It's interesting. That's a big drop. So God, self, other. I'm getting self. Is this current life, past life, other lifetimes? I think past life and other lifetimes. Is it okay to be yourself? So it was not okay to be yourself in these past lifetimes and other lifetimes. And I'm hearing persecution, attacked, ostracized, rejected, and a lot of fear, anxiety. I just got an image of like, the witch wound again, but with it was herbalism that you were doing. And like you were so passionate and excited about it and loved it and you knew it worked. And it was something that you've been practicing for a very long time. But then there was this persecution that came in from an external source and it was like, made you wrong. And unfortunately, the fear mongering of those around, it was those people attacked you. And I'm getting a drop on like family members turning against you too out of fear. Friends as family members. So forgive, forget, release, cut the cords to this past lifetime. Parallel lifetimes with similar energy, cut the cords to those parallel lifetimes. So it's okay to be yourself. It's like some residual fear in the heart here. Okay, and I'm getting it's an entity attachment, which I look like we all like entities are just like little like energetic bugs, that want to hook in and anchor in an energy to your being, your lifetime right now. And a lot of times we have soul contract agreements for them to do that. And now we're bringing that awareness to this current moment and we don't need that anymore. So we're going to release, forgive, forget. Thank you. That contract is done. Burning the contract. Okay, so it's energy of okay to be yourself. That's feeling a lot lighter. Okay. Yay. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Anything coming up?
I feel calm. There's a few times throughout the session that another vision was kind of coming through behind my eyes, and I was trying to make it out. It's almost just like the outline of this figure, but it's like
Oh,
almost like this like hooded figure. Like they have like a whole like hood like draped thing around them. But it's just like the outline of them. I don't know. I don't get like much of a feeling from them at all, but it's come up a couple of times, and I'm curious what that is. But I think the past life stuff's really interesting with the like witch hunt, herbalism type stuff. That's obviously a thing I'm interested in this life, and learning about herbalism in this life, I've almost felt like it's like a relearning. Like with certain things,
Cool.
like deep down, I feel like I know these things, but it's just like it almost feels like a remembering rather than like a learning. So that's really
Amazing.
cool to hear about. And yeah, with being my dad's ancestry, connecting that to like the witch hunt type stuff. My ancestry on that line is from Ireland.
Oh.
And so I've always assumed that I had like Celtic ancestry through that. And I've always
Mhm.
wondered about my ancestors farther back than my grandparents and if their lives ever involved witchcraft, herbalism, all those sorts of things. So
I have
yeah.
full body chills, so I feel like that's a yes.
Yeah, I definitely think that's really interesting. I've still been noticing this kind of like tingly kind of like sensation in my frontal lobe. And I'm not for sure, but isn't that where memories are stored? Is like in the frontal lobe here?
Hmm. I
I,
am not positive on that, but frontal lobe, tingling, memories. So I get a drop on the memories, so that's a yes.
yeah.
Um, uh, are these memories that want to be surfaced right now? So that's heavy. Yes. Is it connected to this like cloaked figure? Yes. Are these past life memories? Yes. Are they other lifetimes? It's past lifetimes. Um, is this mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical? I get spiritual. So past life, spiritual memories. Is this connected to okay and self-doubt? I get like a little bit on okay and self-doubt, like more on self-doubt. So spiritual memories. I'm hearing spiritual abuse. Is this you were spiritually abused by others? Yes. Were you spiritually abusive to others? I'm getting it's you were abused spiritually by others. I heard that like you were in a group with other people and out of fear, they like kicked you out and exposed you to save themselves. And I just got full body chills. So that's and a lot of like sadness, despair, fear, anger. So I owe you, you owe me. And then there's the karmic aspect of you owe me in this holding on to this energy. Is this hooded figure Lily? Is it another one of the other people? It's you. So it's an aspect of you.
Mm.
Is this also a higher self? I'm getting more of like a past life version of self that is with that hiding. It makes sense that you couldn't make it out clearly of just like that feeling of needing to be concealed and hidden for safety. Um, is this aspect of past self creating this confusion in the mental space be out of fear? I get a drop on that, so we're gonna release confusion, clouded energy in the mental space to make you safe, releasing fear, releasing anxiety. Okay, this past version of self. Cut those cords. Pattern of, this is really abusive, what she experienced from those others in her group. Okay. Current lifetime. Tension. I still feel some tension in the head. Are there other memories? Get a little drop. Is it past life? Okay. So I'm hearing quantum memories of self-doubt, not being okay in self. From past life, current life, other lifetimes, future lifetimes. Tag, clear, delete. I'm seeing like a burning energy of any and all energies connected to this self-doubt and not being okay as yourself. Forgive, forget, release. Now there's, okay, tension in the heart connected to this. God, self, other. It's a little bit on self, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. Is it this and these memories? So, okay, the mind can be tricky. Like the mind, the ego, subconscious can be like really wants to control to be safe. So, yeah, I'm getting a big drop on that. So, it's like this tricky energy that is like really not wanting to release this out of a self-protecting mechanism. So, Lily's super conscious self, do we see where the mind and ego is holding on to patterns and beliefs where Lily needs to self restrict, self censor, and that belief is not okay to be the self, or having self doubt patterns, self sabotage patterns. We tag, clear, delete any and all quantum memories, feelings, current life, past life, other lifetimes, future lifetimes. In the mind, conscious, subconscious, subterranean. Forgive, forget, release. Okay, so now we're gonna bring in like, do you have the ability to see it with zero rejection? And I get a heavy drop on that, so we want to neutralize that so you can see it with zero rejection, accept it, accept this shift, integrate, believe it. Okay. This energy in the head. Okay, I'm gonna ask, like, I'm getting the image and to ask for a light source consciousness to pour in to the mind, the ego, your head space, mental space, cleansing, clearing, releasing any and all stuck energies, feeding light and the highest divine expression of self, divinity through self. And it's safe, and freedom. love. Okay. I just got this like melting sensation with the head. How are you feeling?
Yeah, the sensation in my forehead pretty much is gone.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. I also saw the cloaked figure again, and this time a face started to come through, and it was like an older woman's face. And
Oh.
yeah, it's like a hooded cloak, and she's like kind of like holding it. And I don't necessarily, I haven't been getting like the best energy from her. Definitely kind of like dark and a little heavy.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I think it's interesting that it's like coming through more now. And at one point, I thought the cloak was white, but all other times that it's shown through, including this previous time, the cloak was black. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm hearing this like connection, like insidious piece in the mind too, of like these patterns to control and stop you because that, that what she went through was such a, ugh, I mean, like an evil thing for her friends to spiritually abuse her or like, her community. And then that like spiteful, oh yeah, I get a drop on that spiteful, resentful energy. So we want to clear that. So thank you for sharing that. Spiteful memories, resentful, bitter, anger, rage, forgive, forget, release. Are we ready to release this past version of self? Now it's time to rest. Like she doesn't need to protect you anymore. Oh, okay. There's like this resistance in the mind still that like holding on to those patterns from her. So release in the mind. Forgive, forget. I keep get the image of her like going away, evaporating, moving on.
Can I share an image that came up?
Yes, please.
I saw her and she morphed into a newborn wrapped in white, like wrapped like up the same way, but like went from this old woman and like wrapped in black to like this newborn, like swaddled in all white.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
I thought it was really interesting. Yeah, almost just like
Oh,
aspects of like rebirth and like renewal and like letting go.
amazing. That's
It,
so good.
I think the colors are interesting too because I saw her at one point with like white hooded, and like white like represents like purity and all the other things, and maybe like at one point like she was like good and like wanting to do good, but then when all these other things had happened she like became bitter, resentful, all these other things, and would hide away and wear black and like cover herself up. And but yeah, just right then and there like I saw the image of her again, and then yeah, just like pretty much shape shifted into like a newborn, swaddled and like wrapped up the same way, but like in like white.
Amazing.
uh,
Oh, I love that. Oh, so beautiful.
yeah.
I was like, I'm not even gonna say any more. That's for you with that. Okay, I'm gonna see where we're at on time. 12:13. I think we've been about an hour and we've pretty much almost got through everything. We have insecurity still, but when I check it, insecurity, it feels like maybe the tiniest bit of something, but not very heavy. So maybe there was in this other energies. I'm just going to try to shift it quickly. Insecurity. Patterns in the heart. Expressing emotions. There might be like is anything coming up for you with insecurity?
Not a whole lot at the moment. Overall, I feel pretty secure in myself. I definitely have come a long way from what I used to, but I still feel it arise from time to time, mostly in the realms of like my work in the world
Okay.
and um, yeah, how probably like societal pressure of like having more figured out by mid to end 20s.
Mhm. And as you say that, I do feel that that's the biggest drop, insecurity of where you're at in life. So God, self, other, and that's that exactly like you said it. The I get other, and that's that societal pressure. Um, so it's not like existing arising from your own, it's from the outside world. So release that hook, forgive, forget, viral programming, hooking in, causing insecurity in self, psychic energy in, out, release. Okay. That's feeling lighter, even just like so shifting it that way, insecurity in self, where you're at in the world, other societal pressure, emotions in the heart, fear, anxiety. Well, I just heard like a vacuous energy, kind of like taking away your creativity with that, like kind of an insidious programming to that belief. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit.
Um, so release that energy of like keeping people small to control the narrative of our reality. And this pattern being present in past lifetimes, other lifetimes. Release the hook, release the energy in the mind, heart, spirit. Following heart. Okay. Okay, so insecurity and self where you're at. Okay, that shifted a lot. Yay. We got through our whole list.
Mhm.
So what I like to say too is sometimes with energy shifting, it can be like a layer of an onion and like different aspects can come up. So I always like to check in the next few days with you and just see how you're doing. Because if something feels really off or activated, charged with what we worked on, I want let me know. Um, yeah, and I'll do like a quick clearing to neutralize whatever to see if we can shift it easily and quickly. But yeah,
Hmm.
that is our session. Thank you
Yay.
so much. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, my
Yeah.
body's feeling really calm and centered right now and at ease. And I was following along with you, going through each of the energy centers to like check in, tap in, try to see what's there and move it. And yeah, I feel pretty clear right now and pretty grounded. So thank you.
Good, of course. My
Mhm.
pleasure. Yay. Thank you, Lily.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thank you, everybody who's watching. Mwah. Love you. Bye.
Me too. Bye.